Welcome to Meet the Candidate 2021. My guest for this session is Pam Haley, candidate for Spokane Valley City Council. Welcome,
Thank
Pam.
you. Thank you for having me.
This is an opportunity to introduce yourself to a whole new crop of voters and start with a little bit about, tell us where you grew up.
I grew up in the Valley. I spent maybe the first up until junior high on the South Hill, and then we moved out to the Valley, and I fell in love with it. Have not left there since, and that's been 1 or 2 years ago. Go Bears. Graduated from Central Valley. I attended Eastern, and I have a degree in organizational management, also a master's in business and a master's in education, which is actually early childhood emphasis. I started out with the MBA doing the business route and just kind of got tired of it and wanted to do something with kids. So I opened up my own daycare without any idea of what I was doing. And of course I went to a center right away because why not, right? Jump in with both feet. And now I have 2 centers. I'm part owner in one and owner in the other. It's right down here. As a matter of fact, it's about a block away from you. We're licensed for 110 there, and I have about 180 at the other center. And I've been doing that for 26 years. Love every second of it. It is amazing to watch these kids. One of the nice things about being downtown, I'm able to work with a population that's different than the Valley was, which is where I was for much of the time. I have a lot of homeless kids, a lot of kids who are CPS involved, a lot of immigrants. It's amazing to watch the kids grow and change and learn English and all that stuff. So it's pretty amazing.
Well, I know when, it's been a number of years now, but when I used to work downtown, I would walk by your center because it's always fun to watch the little kids taking a nap. And
I know, they're really
you
cute
can kind
when
of be
they're asleep.
jealous of the. I don't get to take a nap at my time.
I know, and they look so peaceful, don't they? It's
Yes,
like
they
a-
do.
Yeah.
Well, before you got into all of that, did you have a first job as a kid after you'd moved out to the Valley?
So I started working. I went to school with a boy whose dad owned the A&W out on East Sprague, and so when I was 15, I got a job there, and I was a car hop for a couple of summers, and then I was also a candy striper at Valley Hospital during the school year, just as a volunteer, and I got the coveted pediatrics ward, which is what everybody always wants. So that was a lot of fun.
I suspect that led a little bit into your interest in childhood education.
Probably, yeah. It was. You could do a lot more back then too, and so it was. I got to do quite a bit with the kids, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Another thing I like to give people an opportunity to talk about is if there's some travel experiences that you've brought something back to the community. So anything that you've learned from another place.
So, well, one of the nice things about being on the city council is I have the opportunity to be on multiple boards. And I've been on Spokane Transit basically since I was appointed. So for 6 years now, I've been on that board. I'm the chair this year. But we go to APTA conferences every year, and then a legislative conference too every year. So twice a year I go to someplace like New York or Washington, D.C., or just different big cities, because it has to be a pretty big city to host the APTA conference. And what I find there is that I meet with representatives, council members, mayors from all over the United States. And so it's interesting to hear their perspectives on things they've tried. Homelessness is a big thing here and everywhere else. And it's been kind of enlightening to hear what has worked and what hasn't. And of course, it's a way bigger problem than anyone can accomplish in a brief period of time, but it's been great to see different perspectives, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can take other people's experiences.
What originally inspired you to run for office? From you got the centers going and life is all good, and why step up to run for elected office?
Well, I love the Valley, and I want to keep the same character that's there now if I can. That's hard, but even with growth, I think there's character pieces that can still stay in there. I've always wanted to do something like that, but I was busy building businesses, and so I couldn't really do it then. But now I'm in a situation where I have a manager at one and a darn good director at the other one, so it gives me the time to do it.
So you've gotten to move into the management role, but you can still go back and visit the kids.
Oh, I can, yes, absolutely, and do it all the time.
Okay. Well, I want to go ahead and go to that closing statement and let you have that. Why? Answer the question directly. Why should people vote for Pam Haley for Spokane Valley City Council?
I think part of it's just because I love the Valley. I don't have any ulterior motive. I'm not trying to move anywhere. I'm just trying to keep the Valley conservative. I don't want to go into debt, and we are debt free. We have a great reserve. I want to keep it that way because when other cities were worried about COVID, we didn't have to worry because we had the money banked and we knew we would be okay. We'd be able to pay our employees. Everything would be fine. We have some transportation issues that I have been working on and have gotten to know through STA and through other things, have gotten to know a lot of the people in transportation, the federal side and the state side. I'd like to continue to work with that so that we can bridge the Valley. We have some dangerous railroad intersections that cause a huge backup. If ambulances try to get through, they have trouble. So I want to really work hard on that and be able to accomplish that. And of course, our pavement preservation. We have the better pavement compared, but I want to manage to maintain that so that we don't have to reconstruct because that costs so much money.
Okay, so Pam Haley, candidate for Spokane Valley City Council, and you have some unfinished business.
That's true. Thank you.
Thank you for coming today. Good luck.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you.
What does it mean to be awake? It means to truly understand the issues facing us and actively participate as a citizen in this country. One way you can do that is by voting your values, based on the Word of God. We believe We Vote has done the research and provides you the information you need to make an informed decision on which candidates will champion our values and work for us. Now is the time to rise up, get involved, and vote. WeBelieveWeVote.com.
Hello, Spokane. This is Governor Mike Huckabee. I'm going to be speaking at We Believe, We Vote's October 2nd fundraiser. It's more important than ever for Christians to come together and to vote. I'm looking forward to seeing you on October the 2nd of this year. For tickets to the event, go to WeBelieveWeVote.com.